My name is Katie Tiedrich, and I do a comic called Awkward Zombie. You can find it at awkwardzombie.com. It's about video games, mostly Nintendo stuff, but other stuff too. It's been running for about 7 years, and it's hilarious.
It's true. It's been well received. So
I hope so.
It has been, actually. So just going back to, it's mostly Nintendo based, and
Right.
it's obviously really tongue-in-cheek and really hilarious.
Thank you.
So in terms of being topical, like, is it just things that you think are hilarious and you hope other people will think it's hilarious, or is there suggestions, or
Well,
how do you get your content?
On the topic of topicality, if that's a word,
Yeah, well, we'll make it
it's
one.
never been topical at all. I tend to make the jokes as I'm playing a game, and I just spent the last 5 years as a poor college kid, so new games weren't really something I saw very often. So unless it was like Pokemon or something that I like definitely will buy on launch, it's usually a game that's at least 2 or 3 years old.
Yeah.
And I found there's an interesting window where after a game is like 10 years old, it's retro, and then if it's newer than a year old, it's new, and anything between then is like it's out of style.
Right.
But I'll do that anyway because whatever.
So did you just graduate?
Yes, I did.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, you were in engineering?
Yeah, I just started a new job.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yes,
thank
money.
you. Thank you. Yes, I know. I'm making money.
Nice.
It's a new change.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's so good.
Well,
so
thank
then,
you.
talk to us about what you're doing at the con.
So I'm mostly spending most of my time at my table, which is downstairs or up. I don't know where I am. It's somewhere in this building. And I'm selling a couple things, mostly my book. But I've got some cool stuff like posters and pins too. My book is the first 100 comics on the website, and then some extra bonus stuff in the back.
Do you have hardcover and softcover?
I couldn't bring any hardcovers with me this time, but
too heavy.
they're available online.
I did see that, and it looks like it's a beautifully published
Thank
book.
you.
So that's
I think it
awesome.
came out really well, and I'm really happy about it.
Good. So then, have you been doing other cons this summer, or?
I think the last show I did was TCAF, which was
Okay.
in May. I don't remember. My life has been like a weird mess because I just moved halfway across the U.S. So I don't remember any of the last 8 weeks.
You're around. You're
But
doing stuff.
yeah,
That's good.
I've been doing about one show a month for the last couple months, and that's
Okay.
my usual schedule, which is not particularly busy.
No, that's still pretty good though. So then, this is your second year here?
This is my first year at this show.
Okay, it is. Well, awesome.
I like it
Let's
so
get
far.
that. Well, that's good. That's
And
exciting.
now that we're about an hour into it, nothing's gone wrong yet.
Knock on something. You're good. No, that's awesome. So have you done anything in terms of like Canadian crossing the border cons at all, or?
This
are
is
you
my
strictly-
second Canadian show.
Okay, that's good.
So I did one a couple months ago in Toronto.
Toronto?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
And so I made it across the border.
Yeah.
Fine.
You weren't flagged?
No, I wasn't.
Good.
When I said I was living in Wisconsin this time, the guy looked at me like that. So that's kind of far away from here. Why are you crossing here and not over there? But no, I'm no trouble.
Okay, so then on your off time, what are you doing? What are you playing? Is there off time?
I'm playing Go to Job and then come home and sleep. I actually just finished Bravely Default,
Nice.
which I had been like crawling my way through for the last couple months because it starts out really fun and then it gets weird.
You're right.
But I finished that. My next thing on my list is to replay Earthbound because I love Earthbound.
You got to go back to the favorites.
I know.
That's what
You gotta.
happens. Yeah, it's like listening to an old album.
Yeah,
you know?
except like
Yeah.
20 hours.
It's fine.
Yeah.
On repeat.
Yeah.
So then, have you been able to see who else is here, or see any of the vendors?
I
or-
haven't really had a chance to walk around yet, but I'm excited to because I know there's a couple people here whose work that I like, and I'd like to go and like bother them.
That's good. Make friends,
Yes,
enemies,
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Is there anything in particular that you want to share with us that maybe is something maybe a little bit embarrassing in terms of something you collect or play or participate in? Not that it's embarrassing, but it's
Over the last couple of years, I've started collecting action figures. Everything from like those plastic dinosaurs you see in toy stores to like the hyper articulate $40 things you have to import from Japan.
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons I like going to conventions because you can get those big expensive figurines.
That's true.
So one of my favorite things to do after selling some books is go and buy some expensive toys.
Make some money, spend some money.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Business expense.
Maybe you can barter.
Yeah.
Or something like that?
Trade a comic for a toy.
You should look into it.
Yeah.
So
Good
then,
idea.
now that you're working and you're maybe hopefully not as stressed out, or maybe you are, but is there possibly an Awkward Zombie Volume 2?
Awkward Zombie Volume 2 has been nebulously in development since the end of Awkward Zombie Volume 1's Kickstarter.
Is there anything left over from the success of the Kickstarter that can help you finance Volume 2?
Unfortunately, most of that money went into tuition.
That it's a good investment.
Yeah, but if I ever get the time to like get myself together and like put all this stuff together to print the book, I'm hoping to do another Kickstarter for that.
Okay.
I think the one for the first volume went off really well.
Yeah, it did.
I was like overwhelmed with the support for it. It made me really happy, and the book came out really nice, and it was a really fun project. Despite being extremely tiring and like stressful and all the things like that, but it was worth it.
Absolutely, it was. It was really successful. You should be proud of that.
Oh, thank you.
So anyway, we'll just wrap up quickly, but let's talk about poutine. Talk to us about poutine and your love for Canada and the fact that we have poutineries like around the corner from here.
You said poutine.
Yes.
Is it poutine or poutine?
Well, you can if you're saying it in French, it would be poutine.
Poutine.
Yeah. So if you could do that,
Okay.
we'll have to re-record this entire interview, and you'll be
Just
speaking
dub
French.
in
Yeah.
the word poutine.
Yeah.
Okay.
But most people say poutine.
Okay.
So it's
All
fine.
right.
Do you have any favorites?
Is
Anything
there more-
weird?
Is
Oh
there
my
more
God.
than one kind?
Yes. You need to go to Smoke's Poutineery.
I've heard that.
Okay, it's
I've heard
just around
that.
the corner.
Okay,
it's not
that's
too
good.
far. So make sure you hit it up, Google it, figure it out. But they put things on it that you just wouldn't expect.
Dang.
And then it gets in your mouth, and you're like, I'm
I'm
happy.
like, ah.
Yeah.
But so I moved to Wisconsin, which is
Yes.
like sort of close to Canada, and it's like the dairy capital of the United States.
You're not lactose, are you?
No, luckily.
Okay.
I've heard there's more bars than post offices, so that's exciting. But I've heard they make poutine there, and so when I got there, my first meal was like, all right, I'm gonna get some nice Wisconsin poutine.
Yeah.
They don't know how to make poutine at all.
Don't they have cheese curds?
But they're like weird. They fry them to make it like bar food. So it's like fried cheese curds on top of steak fries
You're like,
with like
no.
crappy gravy on it.
No,
And
no. That
it's
is not the
wrong. It's just
experience you
wrong.
want. Well, you can't make it to Quebec, so we have enough places around here for sure that you can get your fix.
All right.
Is there anything else in terms of upcoming projects that you want to comment on before we let you go?
I've got a few projects that I would like to kick off, and it's a matter of like when can I do that? So I can't really say like I've got something coming up and you're gonna love it, because maybe you will, but maybe we won't find out about that for 5 years. So, but I'm at least planning to keep Awkward Zombie at the same clip it's been running at.